So phase 2, we work on our gear treatment. And that includes a laundry detergent and a 2-pack of H2 odor sponges. Now when we work on our laundry, we're gonna have to clean our system out pretty good. Our washer, our dryer, we gotta make sure those are nice and clean. We're using them all year long on regular clothing. We gotta make sure we clean those out using the detergent. What we like to do with that is like a 3-phase system within that detergent. The first load we're gonna do is towels, maybe it's some socks, things like that. We're just gonna wash a load like that. Use our 1 ounce of our laundry detergent, kind of just clean out that washer, throw it in the dryer, make sure the lint's all gone from our previous loads, and dry the whole system to kind of clean out the dryer. Second load we're gonna do is actually our liners, our base layers. Those are less important as our final exterior layer of camouflage. So laundry load number 2 is gonna be our base layers, maybe include some socks, some underwear, all your base layers. And then by the time you get to that third load, typically our washers are clean enough to where we feel comfortable washing our exterior loads. Now the best way to dry all of our gear is typically to hang outside and let them just air dry. We like to let the weather elements take hold on our gear. We're okay with rain on our gear. Let the wind blow through and just let all that natural elements kind of dry the gear instead of putting it into a dryer that may be contaminated slightly from past loads with perfumey dryer sheets, things like that. So we prefer outside drying whenever possible. If that's not possible, you live in a city where there's a lot of smells, people are outside grilling, things like that, then maybe you have to, throw your gear into the dryer, quick get it into a clean bin, and then throw your H2 odor sponge inside to keep that gear nice and dry. So again, 3 loads of laundry to kind of clear out the system would be your towels in the first load, your liners and your base layers in the second load. Our exterior gear comes last when we feel like everything's clean enough to where we can put that in. That's the most crucial piece of gear as far as, not letting whitetails smell us out in the woods. Now the technology that's in the laundry detergent by PhaZe is actually that same Z technology. So we're infusing our clothing when we wash it with the technology, and as we're sweating, as we're perspiring out in the field, that technology, it's actually capturing and filtering our clothing and our human odors, one more time out in the field. So that's the technology behind the detergent. And we like to wash all of our clothes throughout the season with the phase 2 laundry detergent. There's several reasons for that. One of them, you never know when you're gonna go out and check a trail camera, move a stand, do a little bit of work outside. If you have clothing that has that technology that's entrapping your odor and is scent free, it's a total benefit out there. And the other thing is when we get out of phase 1, we jump out of the shower, we change into maybe our base layers. We'll throw on a pair of jeans or pull over, and we'll wear that out to the field to where we get dressed into our exterior gear. And we want to wash those, those jeans, those pullovers with the detergent as well to just keep everything scent free and give ourselves all the advantages we can with our gear. So now that all of our clothing is clean, we need to put them in a bin that is scent free that we can transport all of our gear to the field without gaining scent. So we're gonna have a nice airlock, sealed tight container that we're gonna wash with the detergent as well. We're gonna bring it outside, hose it down, scrub it down. Any scent it may have absorbed over the off season, we're gonna get rid of that. But when our clothing and our exterior gear is clean, we throw that into the bin and we add an H2 odor sponge. Now how the H2 odor sponge works, it's actually a big sleeve full of these little beads that absorb tons and tons of moisture and odor, and it pulls in all the moisture, holds the odor molecules, releases the moisture. So say you have a wet pair of boots from your morning hunt, you wanna put the H2 odor sponges in your boots. By the time you get to the field that evening for your next hunt, it's gonna pull all that moisture out of your boots and you'll be ready to hunt. So you have dry boots all the time, and moisture is one of the leading causes of odor because of that bacteria growth. So we're gonna really control that moisture, pull out a lot of that bacterial growth, and also put these inside our bow cases, our gun cases to prevent rust. Think about it as a big drying bag that you can use in boots, gear bags, and there's no batteries needed. So they're pretty universal. You can use them in a lot of different ways. Now, along with clothing for phase 2, we also have a lot of our gear which goes outside of that. We start with the boots, which we treat with our H2 odor sponge, but that's only the inside of the boot. So that's pulling all the moisture, odor out of the inside of the boot. But now we have to worry about our exteriors. So we like to use rubber boots. We use our phase 2 gear cleaner. And this is a treatment that you actually spray on the gear. You want to wipe it down and really disturb the surface of that gear, and then we're going to rinse it down with a hose. We're gonna do that pre-season to kind of prep all of our gear, whether that's our boots. We're gonna wipe down our bows and rinse off our bow equipment, anything we bring to the field that we've been sweating on all summer, our releases. I wipe down my arrows, dry off all my, if they're broadheads that are out of the package, just remove any foreign odors you can from all the gear you're gonna bring out. That includes your game call, your deer call, your extinguisher, the black rack, just any items you're gonna bring into the field, your packs. And also one more thing would be your truck beds. So when you're gonna transport all of your bows, your boots, your clothing, you're gonna put it in the back of your truck bed or whatever vehicle you have. If you can clean that out with a gear spray, that's a huge advantage as well. Now, one more tip as far as deodorizing all gear is to just let it sit out the weeks prior to the season or weeks prior to the hunt. So if you wash your boots, you're gonna put them upside down outside, let the rain, maybe let them freeze outside if it's cold. I'll even, leave my bow outside. It depends on the scenario. If you're not worried about your gear getting stolen or other foreign odors coming in contact with the gear, leave it outside, let that air do the work, and just really cleanse all your gear before the season. It's that whole process of transporting gear from your house to the field that's a big step with the gear cleaning system we have to take care of.